Welcome to CS Connect. Today we are talking about the top 5 marriage tips to stay sane and get along. I'm Diana.
I'm Mike.
I'm Pat.
Hey, so the other day we were talking about marriage and we thought, hey, let's bring 5 tips to stay sane and get along. Pat, you bring how many years of marriage experience?
28.
28 years of marriage experience.
Yeah.
Married for 15 years and a couple months.
Yes.
And then Diana, you expert on marriage.
Never married.
So she's the expert.
No, but we just want to share some quick tips with you. So here we go, number 5.
Number 5, check on your loved ones. Now, I get that at first you go, well, what does this have to do with marriage? But we've been married for 28 years, and I recognize that my wife's sanity is going to make our marriage a lot healthier. And right now, because of what's going on in our world, just checking in on our kids and their spouses and our grandkids. So what we're doing about once a week, we FaceTime. We get our kids, their spouses, our grandkids on the phone. We talk to them. We get to see their faces. We get to make sure they're doing okay.
That's good. Yeah. So put it on a calendar. Tell Siri to remind you. Here we go. Life hack number 4. Number 4 is this: be open about your struggles. You know, when there's uncertain times going on in our lives, we all of a sudden find struggles that we're facing that we didn't even know were there a week ago or 2 weeks ago. And maybe for you, it's something like stress. And stress can produce all kinds of emotional, but also even just physical issues. We can give ourselves headaches. We can feel under the weather. And so we want to encourage you to find a time in your marriage where you can just be real and be honest with that person that you're spending your life with, and you can talk to them about what's going on, the thing that's kind of bogging you down. And the beauty of that is that you'll actually offset some potential conflict that's going to be coming. If you know that your spouse is struggling with something, maybe they had a day that was only 8 hours with the kids, but it felt like 80. And if you have that conversation, it gives you a chance to really walk into that evening knowing that's coming. So that's hack number 4. Here we go. Number 3.
Hey, number 3 is take care of each other. I was talking with the fellas and they were talking a lot about what does it look like to love their wives well in this season. And I wonder if we would take care of each other, meaning God's given you a person that you get to spend your life with. And it's really the person that God's saying, would you take the best care of your spouse? So what if you think of your spouse as having a coffee cup every day? Maybe they drink tea or coffee. And how can you as their spouse be intentional to figure out ways to fill up their cup, to take care of them in the way that they need it best, to speak their love language. So if they just need you to sit with them and be quiet and not talk, do that. Give them that gift. If they need you to listen or enjoy something together, that's your favorite thing to do. I just thought, what would it look like if you take care of each other intentionally? And you as the spouse listening, be intentional and love them their way, not your way.
Yeah,
Think about it.
It's really good.
There's nothing quite like fear that spirals out of control, right? You guys recognize that. You start fearing this, and then it gets a little worse and a little worse. Remember when you were a kid and you were scared in the dark and you started walking faster, and then you broke into a jog, and then it was an all-out sprint for your life? That's what fear does to us. And so even in our marriage, especially at this time, if we can just pause and do whatever it takes to eliminate that fear. For some, it might be journaling or reading a book or listening to quiet music or taking a hike. But whatever you need to do as couples or whatever your spouse needs, make sure you're doing those things that will keep anxiety in check.
That's awesome. Marriage tip number 1, be patient with one another. I just want to remind you today that you're not perfect. Your spouse isn't perfect. Your marriage isn't perfect. And just encourage you just to be a little extra patient. When something's going on that's kind of bugging you and it quickly can escalate into you're just saying pointed things to each other, just the encouragement, just to give a little grace. Yeah. Just back up the conversation, maybe gently even nudge the conversation to say, hey, what if we set this aside for a few minutes? What if we come back to this, right? Hey, you want to take a walk, or can we, hey, let's turn on a TV show. Let's do something different. Just the reminder that at home, as you're spending time with your kids and with your family and in your marriage, you have an opportunity to show a little grace to moments that could get out of control.
Man, so we hope that these 5 marriage tips are helpful for you and that they're practical. And here's what's cool is marriage is God's idea and he is for you and he wants to lend you the strength and the patience and the creativity and the ideas to figure out how you can continue to do life together in a way that you not only stay sane, but you connect and you enjoy the gift of this season. So we're praying for your marriage. We're cheering for you. Have a great day.